Welcome to the Stormsurf video surf forecast for the Indian Ocean for the week starting Sunday, August 17th. Brought to you by Kandui Resort in the Mentawai Islands, a great place to go surfing. First up, we'll take a look at significant wave heights for the Indian Ocean. First, remnants of a previous system under the Kerguelen Islands, fading 28-foot seas south of Mentawai Islands. Small swell in the water, but nothing significant. Another system is developing south of Madagascar with far more potential. And otherwise, another system exiting the Indian Ocean under Tasmania. Nothing of interest there. Let's take a look in the upper atmosphere. Jet stream level to be specific. Jet stream's winds. It is troughs that we're looking for. A trough helps support the formation of gales down at the ocean surface. That is, we're looking for a bowing to the north of the jet stream. That helps promotes a clockwise circulation down in lower levels of the atmosphere. That helps support low pressure development, which in turn produce winds and seas and swell. Right now, good patch of winds, 180 knot winds, currently pushing under Madagascar, pushing north, forming a trough in this region supportive of gale development. Let's put it in motion, see what happens. That trough continues east and builds into Monday and Tuesday, but starts losing some energy. But notice, look at the size of this trough. Large trough, good support, upper levels for gale development in that region. That system continues, or that trough continues east out of the swell window on Thursday. But here comes yet another trough developing, forming from its remnants. 160 knot winds pushing well to the north. Again, good support for gale development in this region into probably Saturday or so. And then yet another trough 174 hours out. Not as much wind associated with it there. And yet another trough under South Africa into 180 hours out. So certainly plenty of potential in the upper atmosphere. So let's go take a look at the surface. We are looking for low pressure systems. It is the difference between low pressure systems and high pressure systems that generate wind. Wind, of course, generates seas. Seas produce swell, and swells, as they radiate away from the fetch area, that is the winds that make the swell, turn into make surf when they hit land. All right, next. Good gale forming south of Madagascar, 45 knot winds pushing up the Great Circle paths to the Mentawai Islands and to a certain extent towards Western Australia. Put this into motion. Notice that gale continues into Monday. Look at this good size area, 40 knot winds pushing right up the about 206 degree path of the Mentawai Islands and into Western Australia, not as directly, sort of cutting across the paths, but still pretty well over any of these paths in this region, about the 220, let's say, roughly, degree path. Continues on into Tuesday, just non-stop. That's great. That's good for a good shot of decent swell production. Followed by yet a stronger gale on Thursday night, 50 knot winds, here we go, pushing up the 201 degree or 200 degree path to the Mentawais and about the 218 to 220 degree path into Western Australia. So this is again, and there we go, it just continues and lifting well northeast towards southwestern Australia. So again, another large pulse of swell is likely there. And then we're into 180 hours out still. Continued fetch, not as strong as before, but clearly two solid systems looking on the charts. Let's go take a look at the wave models. So let's see the effect of those winds on the ocean surface. Here we go. This is the main one we're interested in. 28-foot seas currently south of Madagascar and building up to 34 feet by Monday and building in the area as they approach the Kerguelen Islands. So let's get a look. Here we go. 206 degrees right up the Great Circle pass to the Mentawai Islands. This is good for another pulse of 18-second period swell and sort of obliquely aimed at Western Australia about the 230 degree path. Put this into motion, see what happens. It actually continues just tracking the whole way across the South Indian Ocean, still aimed well at the usual targets. This is a great swell, good for a long run of probably 18-second period swell, finally fading out on Thursday. And then let's see, here comes the next one, trying to organize here just east of the Kerguelen Islands. up the, about 195-degree path to the Mentawai Islands, and about 218 to Western Australia. Oh, look at that. Up to 38-foot seas here at its peak. And that'll be from a more southerly angle, but still aimed well at the Mentawai Islands, about 190 degrees. Roll this out, coming real close to southwestern Australia, and then taking the dive and skipping out. So, for the week, it looks like two solid systems. Let's go take a look at some local spot forecasts real quick. Relative to the Mentawai Islands, we see kind of a, solid but not giant swell in the 5-foot range, basically, for the bulk of the week. And then the first of those swells from the storms we saw arrives on Saturday, the 22nd. That's local time. 12-foot surf, likely, solid, and of course the usual almost non-existent variable winds, looking great, and knowing that if the models are right, there's yet another pulse of equal size likely scheduled behind that. And for Margaret River, the swell really starts hitting in about the Friday time frame. We're looking 20-25 foot. There's probably a bit of lump and bump mixed with that, so that's probably overstated in terms of actual size, but still solid size. Winds, though, looking rather northerly for the most part, in the 10 to 12 knot range. As that swell dies out, the winds actually pick up a little bit, but there's yet a second pulse that's going to arrive behind that. So certainly right location, right place, right time, there will be surf had. So once again, the Indian Ocean is the place to be. Two solid storms forecast, aimed well to the north, swell likely, assuming the models are correct. Good time to be in the Indian Ocean. And of course, Kandui Resort in the Mentawai Islands, we want to thank them for bringing you this forecast. And also, it's a great place to be to catch these swells. Go get some surf, have fun. We'll do this again next week, same time, same channel. Thank you.